At the moment, our society does not permit human cloning, but that could change. In the meantime, biotechnologists have another trick up their sleeves, resurrecting people piece by piece. It's an approach that could transform medical science and blur the line between life and death. The revolution begins here, in a laboratory at the University of Minnesota. This is where Dr. Doris Taylor breathes life back into the dead.
I just want to change the world. I want to change the world for people with disease. I also have a brother who's chronically ill, and that's probably influenced everything I've done in my life.
Doris is changing the world by growing new body parts from the shells of old ones. She takes organs from cadavers and reanimates them using a method drawn from an unlikely source: architecture.
The bricks in a building are just like the cells in an organ, different kinds, different shapes, and they make rooms, and the rooms are like the chambers of a heart. They're connected by doorways like the valves. They have hallways like the arteries and veins. Essentially, you can think of an organ just like you think of a building.
Just as buildings can be rebuilt brick by brick, Doris believes bodies can be rebuilt cell by cell.
In building construction, they use a scaffold, like you see here, to essentially provide access to otherwise inaccessible areas and to create a framework for what they're going to build. We essentially do the same thing in the laboratory with an organ. We create a framework on which we can put cells.
Doris reanimates major organs, including livers, lungs, and hearts.
This is a ghost heart. This is essentially the framework or scaffold on which the cells sit. And by washing out all the cells, what we have left is a scaffold that we can repopulate with cells to now build a new organ. So essentially, this scaffold is what tells cells how to join together and become a heart.
What happens when you put fresh cells into a decellularized heart? This, a modern miracle. Right now, if you need a body part, you face the grim prospect of organ rejection. But Doris's replacement organs, hearts, kidneys, and livers, will be tailor-made for your body.
We'll take an organ from a pig, strip all the cells, take your stem cells, put them in that organ, and build something that matches you.
So, if Doris and her team can bring hearts and livers back from the dead, could they also reanimate a human brain?
Now, could we build a cluster of neurons and glial cells and everything that looks like part of a brain or a brain? I have no doubt that one day we'll be able to do that. Can we resurrect you and who you are, your personality? I don't think we know how to do that yet.
It's more likely this technology will be used to replace damaged sections of the brain, perhaps even extending its life beyond the rest of the body.